Everybody, welcome to Country Girl. Today I'm going to be making some punch for Katelyn's birthday, or actually Katelyn is going to be putting the punch together. For her birthday party, I decided instead of having food and stuff like I do usually every year, I usually have pizza or something like that, that I was just going to do punch, cake, and ice cream, and then have some nice decorations, because we are going to have this from 3 to 5 in the afternoon, and most people should have already eaten their lunch. But anyway, the punch recipe is really simple, and so Katelyn's going to put that together. We are making this the day before her birthday party because this punch that we're putting together has to be frozen. And I'm afraid that if I try and wait till tomorrow morning to do it, it won't be frozen enough by the time her party gets here. So like I had said in other cooking videos, always check your recipes a couple of days before you plan on making them, to see what kind of prep work that you're going to need, because I have so many times started a recipe and it ended up taking me a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to be to make it, and I either didn't get to meet the time frame I needed, or I was just rushed the whole time, and it just frustrates me. So anyway, we're going to put that together for you now.
For this punch, you're going to need 2 packs of lemon lime Kool-Aid, or any kind of drink flavor for like lemon lime, pineapple juice, ginger ale, sugar, and a bowl. Okay, so for this recipe, you're gonna take these and dump them into your bowl. You'd use 1 cup of sugar for every packet of Kool-Aid. Oh my gosh. Oops. So then you pour in a full can of pineapple juice. And then we're going to fill this up with water, and we're going to dump it in slowly this time, because last time we just saw what happened. Ooh. I'm not good at pouring things, but that's okay. And then after that, okay, so now I'm going to take 2 cups of sugar and pour it into my punch. And we doubled this recipe just because this is a popular punch, and if you're having more than 8 people, it might be a good idea to just go ahead and double the recipe. So now I'm just going to whisk it up slowly, or like, not really slowly, but like, mix it with a whisk. Okay, so now we're going to pour this punch into this bag, but she's going to pour it because I'm not.
I'm going to take the frozen punch out of the freezer about an hour or so before I want to serve it, because I don't want it to be frozen like ice. Can you back your head up, sweetie?
Yes.
I don't want it to be frozen like ice. I want it to be, to where I can take a masher and kind of mash it and make it like a slushy. And I'm going to pour the ginger ale over top of that after I get it into my punch bowl, and I'm going to continue to like chop it and make it, slushed up, and I'll show you that when we get done with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I decided I would stick this down into the bowl, and I'm going to put the bowl in the freezer so that it stands up more straight, because if I just put this bag in my freezer, it's going to be like rolling all over the place. So anyway, I'll put this in the freezer and let this. So the first thing you want to do when starting any recipe is to go ahead and get all the ingredients to your recipe out so that you can have it within an arm's reach. Something else I like to do is I like to go ahead and prep my pans. That way when I'm done mixing up my batter, then I can go ahead and pour it in there. And right now I'm just showing that I'm putting the ingredients in. The recipe calls that all the dry ingredients go into your mixing bowl first. And just to let you know, the cake recipe itself can be done with a hand mixer. I did decide to go ahead and use my stand-up mixer because I'm not doing a pound cake, and the icing recipe actually I think does work better with a stand-up mixer. So anyway, you just put all your ingredients into a bowl and you blend them up or mix them up until they're well combined as far as the dry ingredients. Then once you get all that done, then you will add your wet ingredients and blend some more until everything's nice and mixed together for you to pour into your cupcake holders. Now that my batter is done, I'm just going to use the 1/4 measuring cup that I have to dip into and pour into my little muffin or cupcake holders, because it just seems like that's the perfect amount. It ends up being like 3/4 full. If I need a little bit more, I can always go back and touch that up later. While my cupcakes are in the oven baking, I did put those on about 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start the icing, and the icing requires 1 cup of shortening or Crisco and 1 cup of butter or 2 sticks of room temperature butter. You just blend that in or mix that up, and then you're going to add a whole entire 2-pound bag of I call it powdered sugar. Seems like a lot, but the recipe does call for this. And from the comments that I've read, if you do not follow this recipe exact, it will cause your recipe not to turn out the way it should. But here I'm just showing you, I had got these cute little cupcake wraps to put on my cupcakes, and you do want your cupcakes to be completely cool before you icing them. I did add some blue food coloring to my icing at the end, and I did not show that, but you can put any kind of food coloring that you want to in there. The decorator that you are seeing me use is a cake decorator from Pampered Chef that I actually borrowed from my sister because the one I had broke. But Wilton does, I think it's Wilton is the cake products at Walmart sells. They do sell cake decorators there for less than $20, and I ended up getting me one after my Pampered Chef one broke, and then that one broke too. So anyway, just to let you know, in case you're wondering what I use to squirt the icing out onto the cakes with, that is what I had, was just one of those cake decorators. But then I just put my little picks in with my ring and the edible pearls. And I just, you know, right here I'm just finishing up, and I just did them, you know, a few at a time, and then added them to my little cupcake stand that I have for the party. Okay, so here is my almost finished party. I am going to put some sand in these. I'm waiting on my mother to bring that. But these are the paper plates and napkins that I got at Party City. The tablecloth come from Dollar Tree. All the little sequins and stuff also come from Party City. These are the cupcakes that I decorated. I ordered the little mermaids, the rings, and the wraps off of Amazon. The little mermaids and wraps come together, and I think they were around $10, and then the little rings were around $8. You got 24 in a pack. And then I bought the little pearls that went onto the cupcakes from Walmart. So I thought those turned out really cute. I got the hanging I can't even think of the name of it, jellyfish from Party City also. And then this is where I just, you know, put some green paper streamers on the wall to look like, you know, some seaweed. This, backing off so you can see better, is Katelyn's party. And then, of course, you know, I've got my punch over here. It's still kind of frozen. I got to chop that up and put some ginger ale in it.
Happy birthday